Hello and welcome to the Weather Hazard Briefing presented by National Weather Service Pocatello for Friday, November 22nd. Here's what you'll see in this presentation. We did have a winter storm warning that ended this morning, but we will be having another one in the same area that starts late tonight around 11 p.m. It includes some of the same areas, the Sawtooth, Upper Wood River, and Big Lost Highlands. We're looking at 12 to 20 inches above the 8,000 foot elevation and 2 to 12 from Haley to 8,000 feet or so. Winter weather advisories will also be in addition to this. We're looking for one along the Lost River Mountains and also in the Centennial Mountains and Island Park area in northeastern corner of our forecast area. The next round of storms starts Monday. It affects the south and east more, and mostly be Tuesday and Wednesday, and by the holiday, things actually should be relatively quiet. So here's our satellite showing the latest storm that's going to be coming in later tonight. This is the front here. The other one was wrapping up and leaving. You can see it out here. Here's the Northern Pacific, just to take a better look at it, looking down. So we have this massive low here, and this is what's going to continue to eject fronts into our area. So here's the next one that's coming in tonight. This will sort of move out of the way, and the ones expected next week on Tuesday and Wednesday will actually be coming in further south. It won't have quite the connection to moist air like these first two have. And so they should be lighter in accumulations, both for snow and rain. So here's the outlook for the next 5 days. We are looking at some light snow in the central Idaho mountains during the day today. We'll show you that in detail. And then late tonight is when the winter weather advisories and when the winter storm warnings kick in. And so it really doesn't start until around 11 p.m. tonight. And the areas in yellow are the advisories, areas in orange are the warnings. Elsewhere, though, we will get rain and snow all over on Saturday. On Sunday, it'll be wrapping up in the morning and maybe linger into the afternoon for the two eastern highland zones that border Wyoming. And then another round starts making its way in Monday, although it'll mostly be Monday afternoon. Either rain and high elevation snow indicated by the slash, or rain and high elevation snow changing over to snow here in the southern hills. Same thing here, rain changing into snow for the southeast and eastern highlands, and probably pretty much all snow in the Wood River and Sawtooth area. Then on Tuesday, again, snow early changing over to rain, snow changing over to rain. Snow changing to low elevation rain and continuing snow in the southern hills, snow in the eastern highlands, and then a chance of some snow and some AM snow in the central Idaho mountains. So really complex, a lot going on, but we're going to just focus on the next, through the weekend. So the warnings and advisories expected starting tonight. We are looking for the warnings to basically be a repeat of what we had this morning and yesterday, this area in here. It'll start at 11 p.m. tonight and will go through till 11 p.m. tomorrow night. In addition to that, we do have advisories are expected here in the Lost River range of mountains, and then again over here in the Island Park area, sort of this northeast corner, including the Centennial Mountains. And this will run the same time as this one here, so 11 p.m. tonight till 11 p.m. tomorrow night. Here it'll start a little bit later. It'll be around 5 a.m. on Saturday, and will continue through until Sunday afternoon around 5 p.m. So about 36 hours of snowfall in here that will be of moderate strength. And I would say if you want to see the follow-up to this after 5 a.m., check our website for the latest information on where exactly these are in effect. Okay, we'll go through temperatures first. and get those out of the way. So today we are looking for it to be the warmest day we've had since November 11th, Veterans Day, with a high in Pocatello of 55, and even Stanley getting to 46, Chalice 51. And then tonight, as clouds start to move in, we won't get as cold as we would have, but we still will see a lot of 20s in and around, which haven't had too much of that lately, especially lower 20s. And then on Saturday, with the cloud cover, temperatures will start to cool off for the afternoon. And then Saturday night, the cold air will start to move in. You can see widespread teens and even some single digits if you're at a high enough elevation. But still, where the clouds are going to linger in, where they'll be the last place to clear, temperatures will still remain fairly mild for this time of year. And then here on Sunday, when things start to dry out, and basically on Sunday it'll be mostly just the eastern highlands areas that have cloud cover. You can see we do start to once again recover and warm up just a little bit, but Sunday night when we lose all the clouds, you can see how we have a lot more single-digit temperatures, especially in the central Idaho mountains, and teens now into the Arco Desert region. So let's see how the snow evolves. First, we'll look at today. So this is this morning. You can see it's pretty much limited to the central Idaho mountains, and as the temperatures warm, it goes to even higher elevation. This has got to be above basically about 8,300 feet as it barely touches Galena Summit, and it's not much. You're looking at 1 to 2 inches here in this darker blue color. The light blue color is an inch or less. So during the overnight hours, though, it will once again cool down. The next front will start coming in. You can see it's pretty light here in the evening, and then it really takes off, and this is when the winter storm warnings and advisories kick in, is 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. You can see how it really starts to accelerate in snowfall accumulation in the central Idaho mountains. And you can see it's still pretty much limited there, though it is starting to slide over into the Island Park area. And then during the day, it sort of peaks in the morning, again, when temperatures are at their coolest. And so we're getting the best snowfall production. In the afternoon, it will warm up, and you can see it's lighter. But for the central Idaho mountains, not too much lighter. And you can see it really starts to take off over here in the Island Park region, and over here even in the eastern or southeastern highlands, especially in the Bear River Range. And then in the evening or overnight, Saturday night into Sunday morning, you can see it really does start to ease up. And by late Saturday night, you can see we're barely getting an inch here, just a skiff of snow in the central Idaho mountains. But it does continue pretty solidly here in the eastern highlands. And then on Sunday during the day, you can see pretty much lightened up with the exception of the Island Park area all the way down to the Centennial Mountains. And then by Sunday afternoon, as again it warms up and the snow level rises, it's even harder to get snow. And then finally for the evening, this is the last of it. By 11 p.m. it should be done. And you can see it's just wrapping up. Just some really light snow showers left here in the eastern highlands. So if we want to look at snowfall storm totals, this is for today through this evening until 11 p.m. So prior to the highlights starting to become in effect, you can see widespread on the highways at least. It's less than an inch, even in the central Idaho mountains. Nothing going on down here in the rest of the forecast area. Most of the significant accumulations are definitely fairly high elevation. And then for the storm totals for the entire time those winter storm warnings and advisories are in effect, you can see this is where it really takes off. So that's starting late tonight, continues through Sunday afternoon over on this side of our forecast area over the central Idaho mountains. It should be done by about midnight on Saturday night. Okay, it's not all snow though. So this is the rain and rain equivalent. If you were to melt the snow, Again, today, this is all going to be mostly snow except at some of these lower elevations. You see Chalice anywhere from registering a 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch. Same thing in Haley. And then everywhere is going to get at least some sort of precipitation. Again, it's mostly snow in the central Idaho mountains and over here in the eastern highlands, and even a good portion of the northern end of the Snake River Plain. But you could see there will still be some snow showing up in even the eastern Magic Valley, where we can get as much as 100th to even a quarter. And then in the bulk of the Snake River Plain, it's a 10th to a quarter of an inch, with Pocatello storm totals actually looking at about 12/100ths of an inch. So sort of on the low side of that. The further north you go, the higher the amounts will definitely be. That's all I have. If you have any further questions, you can always contact us at this telephone number right down here, or check out the weather yourself at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for watching.